Hello friends, welcome back. My name is Ramon. How are you today? Recently I found that there's this little surge in something called SPF Serums, and as a result of a couple brands launching products under that title, I've had people DM me being like, what are your thoughts on this? What do you think of them? Should I get it? Primarily in this video I'm going to be talking about two specific products, the Garnier SPF Serums as well as the new Supergoop Daily Dose SPF plus Vitamin C Serum. And in relation to that, I'm also going to be discussing why, as a brand, I'm just not going to be recommending or really talking about Supergoop on my channel just because it doesn't align with what Glow by Ramon's really about. But before I get into it, I'm going to ask that you hit the subscribe button and notification bell so that you know when I post more skincare, sunscreen, and Fenty related content on my channel. Give the video a thumbs up and down below. It's definitely going to be a little bit more of a hot take. What are your opinions on the couple of products I'm going to talk about? What are your opinions on SPF serums overall? Do you agree or disagree? Sound off. What I'm going to start off by saying is that if a product makes you happy to use it. By no means take this as me telling you the product's bad, it's no good, you shouldn't use it, whatever. It's my opinion based on my background and experience in science and as a cosmetic science student that I'm basing this off of. So when I first heard the concept of a sunscreen serum, my first thought initially was K-beauty, where a lot of times they will use things like a sun essence or sun milk to describe a product's texture primarily. And so the Misha Sun Essence is a really popular one that I really like. And the word essence is using that because it's a very lightweight, quickly setting, quickly dissipating texture and feel. It's very watery. At the end of the day, it's still a sunscreen. Sunscreens need to go at the end of your skincare routine because the way that they function is that they primarily need to set down and form that full film, that unbroken layer of protection on the skin. Putting things on top of them skincare wise starts to disrupt that, and as a result of that, you're not going to be able to get full, even, uncompromised protection on the skin. And so when you start throwing serum in the names of things that are sunscreen needs to be put at the end of the skincare routine, it starts creating a little bit of a conundrum, a little bit of misunderstanding and confusion, just because in terms of a skincare routine, we all are familiar with the fact that serums go early on prior to moisturizer, prior to where sunscreen's supposed to go. And so when you put sunscreen serum in the mix, it makes people think, oh, this goes before moisturizer. And that's not the case necessarily, just because, especially with how moisturizers work, moisturizers are an emulsion of water and non-water based composites put together, right? And basically when you start to put moisturizers on top of other things that need to have an unbroken even film, those moisturizers are going to start disrupting and breaking up that film of protection. And so that's why moisturizers as emulsions should not go on top of sunscreens, in my opinion. And so let's talk about a couple products that have that sunscreen serum in their name and my thoughts on them. First and foremost, recently Garnier launched a series of products called Garnier Serum Cream Sunscreens, and what the concept is, how they're marketed and what they're saying these are is a 3-in-1 product. You're getting moisturizer, serum, and sunscreen all in one, and it's meant to be the last step of your skincare routine. Basically for people like me that are on the go, don't necessarily have a lot of time to do a full routine in the morning and want to get the most bang for your buck. For $21, you get this one product that gives you some active benefits like you would a serum, really nice lightweight moisturization, and then you also have sunscreen benefits in them. So if you wear enough, you're going to be getting the SPF that's on the front of that packaging. I personally think this is a great concept. And honestly, I feel these really mimic K-beauty sunscreens. For example, if you were to compare these to the Keep Cool Soothe Bamboo Sun Essence, it technically contains all those things. It's a really nice moisturizing sunscreen that happens to have a few actives that are going to help repair the skin barrier, have some anti-inflammatory effects, and give you antioxidant benefits, but fundamentally it's a sunscreen. And so this product specifically, how it's marketed and whatnot, is how it should be. It's fundamentally sunscreen. They tell you use this as the last step of your skincare routine. You're gonna get all these benefits in one. And on top of that, it's a decently affordable product. I think it's a great product. Serum in the name is a little bit odd, but what it's really telling you is this is kind of lightweight and you're also getting some serum benefits out of it. But they market it as the last step of your skincare routine. Now let's get to Supergoop Serum. And I'm gonna fundamentally start out by saying, as a brand, I don't have a beef with Supergoop necessarily. I don't think they're a bad brand. I don't think they have bad products, but it's not a brand and it's not products that I want to talk about on this channel. I get a lot of requests from you guys asking for it, but honestly, I just do not think that Supergoop does enough in terms of innovation necessarily. Plus, the amount of product you get for the price that they charge is not something that really aligns with my values. I'm of the opinion, my Puerto Rican humble opinion, that because sunscreen needs to be used every single day and you need to be putting on a specific amount to get the protection on the front of the packaging, roughly 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon, and if you're getting more direct UV exposure, you should be reapplying consistently throughout the day, you're going to go through their 30, 40 something mil sunscreens really quick. And therefore, I feel that them charging you $30, $35, $40 for these products is robbery, thievery, clownery. They're scamming you. So I'm just gonna start off by saying that if that's the point of why you clicked on this video, that is why I'm not recommending Supergoop on my channel. I did have one video including one of their products, but that was kind of comparing it to another one. So now let's get on to this Daily Dose Vitamin C plus SPF Serum. My beef with this primarily is that they are marketing this as a serum. They want you to use it in the serum step of your skincare routine. Ideally, Ideally, best case scenario, use it in the form of an SPF wardrobe. And the idea of that is you're building up layers of other SPF products, ideally Supergoops, so that you're getting layer upon layer upon layer protection. The pro in that, the one thing I'm gonna be like, you know what, I'm gonna give this Supergoop, is that the way Supergoop markets their products, the way Supergoop has their products, again, $35 for like 40 ml sunscreen, people are not gonna be wearing enough to get the SPF advertised on the front. Again, you need approximately 2 milligrams per centimeter squared on any exposed area of the face, and that's where that 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon to cover the face, ears, and necks comes from. If you have a tiny little sunscreen that's specifically marketed more as a primer, you're not gonna wear that much on your face generally. And so in terms of a SPF wardrobe like they're promoting, ideally if you layer this serum plus a moisturizer plus a sunscreen like the primer and then their CC cream, you might eventually, through all those layers, end up with the SPF 40 that all those things are advertising in a compound way. But realistically, is that gonna happen? I don't know. My other qualm with that is that if you do layer all those products, that is $200 worth of products, and I'm just like, you can buy another sunscreen that's gonna give you a lot of those benefits all in one for like 20 bucks. My tea with how they advertise and how they market the specific serum is that they tell you either use it in this wardrobe, or if it's the only SPF product in your routine, wear 5 pumps of it, period. And they leave the next steps or what's to happen afterwards very, very vague. And so if I'm a consumer and I see this serum, I'm like, okay, well, this is my serum. I'm gonna go with a moisturizer and then whatever else I'm gonna use in my routine. As a result of that, as I mentioned, are compromising that layer of protection that serum itself is going to give you. And then as a result of that, you're not gonna get a very even full value of protection from the product. In itself, the product is an SPF 40 serum. It has vitamin C, it has a derivative 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid. The tea with it is it's $46 and you're only getting 30 ml. Literal thievery in my opinion. When it comes to them telling you put on 5 pumps of this, I don't know how long 5 pumps gonna last you with this product, but in my opinion, it's not gonna take you very long to go through this for $46. And then as a result of how they're telling you to wear it, you're basically not getting your money's worth because you're effing up your own protection. If you go on with something after this, that's going to disrupt it because that product doesn't have SPF actually involved into its formulation. I think Supergoop as a brand promotes wanting to wear sunscreen because they create fairly elegant sunscreen textures, very elegant sunscreen formulations at an obnoxious price. But I don't think they do a lot to really fully and adequately educate on the proper usage of sunscreens. First and foremost, something my boyfriend had a lot of beef about last night we were talking about this is that they do carry chemical/organic sunscreen filters. I'm talking avobenzone, homosalate, octosalate, and octocrylene of certain varieties. But what they call these is clean chemical sunscreen filters, which is a really odd nomenclature for that. In my opinion, I think it's a very interesting perspective and take on labeling chemical sunscreens as clean. They are clean, there's nothing dirty about them. But generally a lot of clean beauty brands steer away from them. But I'm just like, it's just why it seems really redundant to me to do so. And for him, he's like, basically the way he sees it, it's them digging themselves out of this hole that clean beauty really created by this whole clean versus not clean nomenclature with certain skincare ingredients, primarily sunscreens. And so they do have chemical sunscreen filters, which I have to, I guess, applaud them for. But just that naming of it is really, really odd. Secondly, they just don't do a really good job of explaining how to adequately wear sunscreen, how to get the best and most bang out of their products, which cost, again, an obscene amount of money. And so they're basically telling you, use this product wrong, you don't use enough of our other products, or buy all of these products, spend an exorbitant amount of money just to potentially maybe get some of this protection that we're advertising. And again, some sunscreen's better than no sunscreen, I'll give them that much, but I'm just like, as a brand, there's a lot of things about it that I'm just like, I don't feel this, I'm not into it. Going back to the daily dose vitamin C SPF situation, people were like, why does it cost so much money? And they're really spending it around on, primarily it's a vitamin C serum, and vitamin C serums are difficult to formulate. They're not the easiest things to do. And in terms of vitamin C with sunscreen, it's a really good combination. Any vitamin C serum in tandem with a sunscreen is gonna do a lot to really protect the skin. Antioxidants really protect the skin from free radical damage, and that oxidative stress on the skin can do a lot in terms of aging and if you have deeper skin tones, hyperpigmentation specifically. But there's a lot of different antioxidants out there they can use in its place, honestly, that are, I think, a little bit more effective and a lot better and have a lot more benefits to them than just vitamin C. And so vitamin C can be kind of difficult to work with. And so in this specific formulation, they're using an esterified version of vitamin C along with the chemical sunscreens because the pH is a big situation, and being able to have those two together, keep the vitamin C stable and have those filters be the most effective that they can be. But again, they could have used different things. They could have used different antioxidants. They could have done a whole different thing. They didn't have to charge $46 for this. And again, K-beauty, Japanese beauty is a very great example of doing this well and doing it affordably. So for me, it's kind of a scam in my opinion. If you like the brand, if the products work for you, if it makes you want to wear sunscreen, again, that is great. I definitely applaud that. But with what I want to do on this platform with my channel, sunscreen should be accessible, affordable, inclusive, and Supergoop really does not check all those metrics. Even with their CC cream, it just launched, and there was definitely a little bit of hype around the shade range because it seemed like it actually included some deeper shade ranges. But again, I follow a lot of other Black creators, and I know for a fact Gabby Skin, a really good friend of mine on Instagram, she was like, nope. It was chalky, it was gray, it did not look good. And so it's one of the things where it's like, is it really inclusive at that point? I don't think so. And so with that, this is a little bit more of a rant video. I think I touched on everything I wanted to touch on in terms of this whole like SPF serum thing. Garnier did a really good job. I liked their products, I liked that launch. That's definitely something I would recommend you trying if that's within your realm of things you want to try. And then Supergoop, honestly, if you're looking to buy it, it's not worth it. It doesn't do a lot. There's nothing innovative about it to warrant that price point. And I don't think they do a great job of educating in general or with this product because they're telling you how to use it wrong, and it'll basically be a waste of money at the end of the day. At this point, it's one of the things where it's like, I do a lot of sunscreen content, and as much as I want to work and collaborate with brands, I also have my own ethics to uphold. Supergoop, A, could not offer me enough money potentially to want to warrant that. It's not something I want to have on this channel. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so that you know when I post more skincare, sunscreen, fancy related content on my channel. And down below, what do you think? What are your thoughts on what I just said? What are your opinions on Supergoop? Did you get this launch? Do you like it? Am I wrong about something? Sound off. Thanks for watching, guys.